everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the weekly tarot reading for the sign of Scorpio. Please keep in mind it is a general reading, so it may not apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this week's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs and see which video's title resonates for you most. Now when it comes to the spread, I'll be pulling one card from each of the 3 oracle decks I have here. So we'll start by getting a key theme of the week from the Quantum Oracle. We'll then get some divine guidance using the Moonology deck. We'll then get some messages of support from the Divine Feminine using the Isis Oracle. We'll then get some tarot messages using the Intuitive and clarifying with the Waite deck. So, Scorpio, let's see what's in store for you for the week of the 8th to the 14th, 2021. Oh, of February, that is, 2021. So just while I'm shuffling your cards, I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means a lot to have your continued support, so thank you so much for being a part of this community. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next set of readings goes up on the channel. Don't forget, I am now on Twitch, so follow me on there to be a part of future live discussions and tarot readings. If you'd like a personal reading, you can find the information in the description box below. So, Scorpio, the card you have from the Quantum Oracle this week is a consciousness of lack. Okay. So, I feel like on some, what I get here is that you don't feel very successful right now. Whether it's in your work, whether it's in your finances, whether it's in matters of the heart, there's a feeling of, I'm never going to get there. No matter what I do, no matter how much I try, it's never going to happen. I'm never going to get there. I'm not sure why you feel that way exactly. There may have been a blip in the road. There may have been some delays. Or perhaps because of everything that's happening in the world right now, you may have perhaps even lost a job, or you've had to let go of a job, or you know, you haven't been able to travel for an opportunity. You know, maybe an opportunity seemed to slip through your fingers and you're like, I don't know how I'm ever going to get to where I want to be, you know. So you're feeling very down and out at the moment in some area of your life. But the thing is, it's usually in those moments where we're actually having to revise if the course we were taking is right for where we are now, because we are all going through a huge shift. Okay, there's a lot of things changing for the collective and also on an individual level. Okay, so it's possible that the path you had mapped out for you in the past is actually no longer going to serve you, so maybe you're going to take a new direction actually, but we will see as we continue the reading. So, what is the divine guidance for Scorpio at this time? What is it that they need to know, Spirit? Okay. So, you have full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Okay, so we had a full moon in Leo not so long ago. Okay. And I feel like perhaps there's something you've been needing to express, but you've been too... You've been either too shy to do so because, you know, of pride, okay? You don't want to be the first one to communicate how you really feel, especially if it is involving a love situation. So maybe that's another thing. You feel like you don't know where you stand with someone. You don't know how things will unfold, how much you mean to someone, and you're too afraid to express your emotions about how you truly feel about someone, okay? That's possible. Or you're afraid to admit that, you know, you're struggling financially. It could be any of those things, okay? So just take it how it resonates. We'll see as we continue. Because it's probably going to be different for each and every one of you as well. You know, different circumstances. But there's definitely a feeling of feeling embarrassed, okay, in some way to communicate your real feelings or your concerns, or the fact that you feel like you've lost something, or you're losing something, or something is not coming in. Okay, there is a need to communicate, I feel. Okay, so let's see what the Mother Goddess wants to communicate through the Divine Feminine. So what is it that Scorpio needs to know? What will help Scorpio at this time, please? This card keeps coming up in these readings and I really don't like it, okay? Because it's the infernal energy of the masculine, so it really does, I don't know. Anyway, so you have truths unveiled, the revelation of Isis. Okay. So maybe there was a separation, maybe there was some kind of breakup, maybe you're realizing that there was some kind of dishonesty in a connection. Because I do get there is feelings involved, okay? That, yeah, maybe this was a relationship that was either coming together or that was together or that's already fallen apart, and there's certain truths that are now coming out that perhaps you didn't know before, right? And that's kind of, that's weighing heavily on you, perhaps, okay? It could be that you found out this person was cheating, that they were lying about things about themselves, that they were draining you energetically, that maybe they were draining you financially, right? It can happen in various different ways. But maybe you're realizing that, yeah, I mean, bear in mind this doesn't have to be a male in your life, okay? This is just that infernal masculine energy that's presented in the situation. So, yeah, it could be that this person purposely sabotaged the relationship out of fear, and now they're trying to win you over, but you're not convinced, okay? So maybe you've come to realize why they were behaving the way they were, because they were fearful, because they were prideful, perhaps. Maybe they weren't ready before, and now they're wanting to come back in, and you're just like, why should I even give this a shot? Like, you just wasted my time. So it can play out in multiple different ways. I don't feel like this energy for you, specifically Scorpio, is as heavy as it was for Leo or Capricorn. Because that's the thing, a lot of us are coming to realize that certain relationships we had with people, they weren't divine counterparts, they were actually karmics, you know, and that's not always as easy to spot, right? It's not always as obvious to spot as people think it is. So, and that revelation in itself can be very painful, because you realize you give so much of yourself to a connection and actually it wasn't anything like what you imagined. But the thing about karmics is that there's always a lesson to be learned from it. There's always something that can be taken from it that's positive. So, yeah, there is that. And a lot of the time it does teach us about our boundaries and our sense of self-worth and self-love. So, you know, it is a crucial lesson, but at the same time it can be challenging. Okay. Wow, we do have a pair here. So this is definitely, yeah, I feel like this is a karmic situation, 100%. Like whoever I'm picking up on, you were dealing with a karmic. And you're coming to realize that. And that's a painful realization. Because you thought this was your person, but you're realizing now they were not. Okay, so the first card out is Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So, yeah, you're coming to realize that this would never go to the distance, okay? This was, maybe you thought this is, okay, I'm getting false twin in this, okay? You thought this was your twin flame, but you're realizing this is a false twin. I don't do twin flame readings, but it's just that energy, okay? You're realizing this was a false twin, that this was actually a karmic. And maybe you were developing plans in your mind of your future, but you're coming to realize that you were forming these plans alone, okay? This person really, even though they might have said they were ready for serious commitment, that they wanted to settle down with you, you're coming to realize that this person definitely is not, even if they believe in their mind they are, their energy, their behaviors, their thought process, their reactions, all of that screams otherwise to me, okay? That's what I'm feeling. Next card out is the King of Swords in reverse, okay? Air energy specifically associated with Aquarius. You could have Aquarius in your chart and be dealing with one. But I feel like, yeah, this person that you were dealing with, they were not being very mature, actually. This was someone that didn't really know, like I said, they didn't really know what they wanted. you know, whenever you would like question them on that, or, you know, try and get to the bottom of the issue, like, you know, you're telling me you want this, but then you act like this. Why is that the case? You know, even if you were just trying to have a very amicable discussion about it, they would just go silent on you. Maybe they would ghost you, or they would just, you know, close off completely. They wouldn't give you the time of day. They would just palm off what you were saying, right? Maybe even gaslight you because of pride, okay? So maybe that's why you felt like you couldn't communicate your feelings, not because you were afraid to reach out, but this person was the one that was afraid of their feelings, okay? So it's possible it was the other way around, that they were afraid to express their true feelings, and as such they started exhibiting some very strange behavior, right? The opposite of what they told you previously. Next cutout is the Queen of Swords. This is Libra energy, but I see this as being you, okay? I see this as you being very honest, very truthful, you know, demanding the truth, actually, you know, at this point, because there's certain things you're coming to realize about this person, and maybe they're trying to sweet talk you now that they know that you see them for how they really are, and the you know, the kind of behaviors that they exhibit. You're like, no, I'm not playing this game with you anymore. Either you come to me correct and you tell me the truth and you speak how you really feel, or I'm cutting you out for good. You'll never hear from me again. So this is kind of the energy you're in now, because you've had enough of the bullshit, essentially, Scorpio. You've had enough. You want to know exactly where you stand. You want to know exactly what this person's about. And I feel like at this point you're able to discern what's real from what's illusionary. So, you know, there's no, you know, this person can't pull the wool over your eyes anymore at this point. The next card out is the Knight of Swords in reverse. So you have a lot of air energy, okay? You're a water sign and there's no water here in the main spread. So emotions have been switched off. Now you've gone to hard, cold logic, okay? Because of how this person's been behaving, because of how they are, right? How they present themselves. And you're like, you have not taken any actions that show me that you're serious about this, that you want to move forward, that you want to heal the connection. There has been nothing on your part. I am literally left with nothing from this situation. Like, there is nothing worth holding on to from this connection, right? So why would I even consider doing anything about it at this point other than walking away, right? Because there's no initiative here from this person's side at all. So far, I'm not seeing anything, right? The next card you have, and bearing in mind this is at the center as well, under the masculine energy, is the Devil, okay? Capricorn energy. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or possibly someone with a very air-heavy chart, possibly a Leo. But anyway, I feel like, yeah, you're realizing that this isn't love, this is just attachment, this is just familiarity, this is just, you know, maybe infatuation on their side, maybe obsession, maybe a desire to not let you go because they don't want to see you with anyone else, right? So again, that's coming from ego, not from a place of love. And you're recognizing this now. I feel like you're starting to see it clearly for how it really is where this person's concerned. And I feel like you just want to free yourself from this. Why? Because it caused you a lot of pain. Like, to come to this realization is painful and you don't want it anymore, right? You're like, this has been going on for too long. This has just been painful as hell. Like, I just want to know the truth, you know? And now I see it for myself, you know, through your behaviors, through your actions, through the way you talk, the way you act, you know, how you are dealing with this situation. It's time for me to go. It's time for me to free myself from this pain. Like, I'm done. There's literally nothing more you can do that would convince me, you know, that it's a very good reason to go, right? Like, there's no reason to stay here at this point, you know? So you've been through a lot in this connection, I feel. And again, I'm not getting like anything really like abusive or anything like that, but it's just the mind games and, you know, being very in and out and not stable and not willing to communicate their emotions and not being very serious about a serious commitment with you, even if that's what they told you in the past, okay? everything they're doing shows otherwise. So I see you getting, you know, just absolutely to the point of being done with it. Okay. Because, yeah, consciousness of lack. There's no abundance here when it comes to this relationship or this connection. There's just lack. So I can understand that, Scorpio, if that's what you're dealing with, okay? And do only take this if this resonates with your situation, okay? Don't apply it if you know that it's not how things are, because that's not going to serve you or your relationship. This is for someone who is actually going through this already, who knows that this is not far from what they want, basically. This is absolutely, completely on the other end of the spectrum of what they want in a relationship. So, yeah. Okay, so clarifying the Four of Wands in reverse, you have the Five of Swords in reverse, and you have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so on your side, it was very clear. There was no mind games. There was no BS, right? You were just investing. You were just putting your time, attention, affection, your best foot forward in this connection, because you knew what you wanted to build, and you were waiting and hoping and praying that things would, you know, balance out over time, that things would become clear, that this person would make more effort, would be more invested, and show that through their actions. But they didn't, right? They didn't meet you, you know, on the playing field. They were nowhere to be seen on that level. So clarifying the King of Swords in reverse, you have the Three of Cups, here we go. And we have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this person was more about their ego. There was more about going out, having a good time. Maybe they like being the center of attention. They couldn't, no offense, Leos, okay? Bearing in mind, I have Leo as my Mars and Venus, okay? My Mars and Venus is in Leo, so don't come at me. I have strong Leo placements, but we do know that this can be the shadow aspect of Leo, you know. The shadow aspect of Leo loves attention, okay? They love being center stage. And I feel like this person does, okay? They like the attention. They like surrounding themselves with, you know, attractive people, people that make them look good, right? They like having a good time. Not saying this person necessarily cheated. It is possible. I mean, I don't know what this truth was that came out. It's going to be different for different people. But this person certainly likes to flirt and have a good time. And I feel like, you know, you're just like, where's the equality in that? You know, I'm the one that's loyal, dedicated, you know, being here, trying to make this relationship work, and look what you're doing. You're spending your time, attention, and our money elsewhere, you know. So I can understand why the feminine in the situation's pissed. And bearing in mind, you know, when I'm talking about the masculine and the feminine, I'm not talking about male, female. It's about whoever's in the connection is in the masculine energy and who's in the feminine, okay? So, clarifying the Queen of Swords, you have the Two of Swords in reverse, and you have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's like you're seeing through the bullshit, like I said. You're seeing that, no, this isn't what you're selling. I'm sorry, but everything you're doing shows me the truth of the reality, not what you're telling me. Your words don't mean much of anything at this point, right? And you're like, you know, I can see things very clearly now. I'm not willing to turn a blind eye to this anymore because I'm trying to save myself the pain. No, it's actually causing me more pain. And I'm not willing to do that anymore. So now it's just a case of you either tell me the truth or I'm cutting you out. Because I know the situation. I know that you're a liar. I know that you're not who you make out to be. I know you're not good for me on that level. So you either start admitting what you've really been up to, or you start being very straight and honest with me, or we're done. You know, we're completely done. Because right now you feel like this person is far from what you're looking for in a partner, you know. You feel like, who did I even fall in love with at this point? But anyway, clarifying the Knight of Swords in reverse, you have the Seven of Cups, sorry, I'm getting confused now, and the Two of Wands. Okay, so we have two sevens here as well. So the numbers 777 and 777 could be prominent for you. Do check that out in terms of numerology if you are seeing the number 7 a lot. That pertains to spiritual awakening, okay? But it also can be the number of deception, Okay, so there's always like a positive and negative charge to all of the numbers. So yeah, it's like you are getting that awareness, that awakening, that clarity is coming through. You know, you may even be tapping into your clairvoyance energies, and you actually saw some things that maybe took place, right? So that's why you're wanting to hear it from this person's mouth, right? But you're also starting to see through the deception of the situation that this person was creating, okay? A lot of confusion, a lot of illusions, right? As I was saying. And now it's like you're clearing all of that out, because you're realizing that this person may have been still very much, the reason why this person wasn't making any tangible action in your direction, right, in order to create a strong, stable foundation and actually build a committed relationship with you on that level, is because they had a lot of options. They were confused about what they wanted to explore. I feel like this person may have told you they left a person from the past behind. Maybe they haven't, okay? Maybe they haven't done that. Because Three of Cups energy as well, they may still be meeting up with this person. They may still be communicating with this person when they told you that they're not in contact with them. They had no desire to, see them or spend time with them. But actually, maybe they are. So maybe that's one of the things they're lying about. So clarifying the Devil card, you have the High Priestess in reverse, okay? Pisces energy. Yeah. I think you knew that something was off about this for some time, but you just didn't have the facts. So maybe this person made you feel like, you were just crazy. You started to second guess yourself. Maybe my intuition's off. Maybe there's something wrong with me instead, gaslighting, when actually that was not the case. This person is trying to do whatever they can to make sure you don't leave, essentially. So that's pretty ugly energy, to be honest. Yeah, okay. And then finally clarifying the Ten of Swords. You have the Queen of Cups in reverse. That's specifically associated with Cancer, so you could have Cancer in your chart, or, this can be you, okay? I feel like this is your energy anyway. And you have the Fool, Aries energy, okay? Yeah. You are really upset with what you're finding out about this person. It's heartbreaking, okay? It's emotionally overwhelming. Queen of the Cups in reverse, Ten of Swords, like that's like you being so emotionally overwhelmed and in pain that you start to become numb, okay? And that's why you're just like wanting the truth at this point. And that's why we didn't see any water energy until now, okay? Because you are becoming numb from how much pain you felt in this connection. And now you are just desperately wanting a whole new life, a whole new chapter, new beginning away from this person. So I think you're probably, once you feel like you got what you needed in terms of information, or if this person is still not willing to budge, I see you just walking out of the relationship forever, to be honest. I see you just going, because you're like, anything's better than being here, and I'm just done. I'm just absolutely done. Like, why am I even staying here? What would be the point in that, right? So I see you just packing light and leaving. I don't even think that you were living together, right? You could have been living together, but I don't get the sense that you did. I feel like you just maybe had some, like a weekend bag at this person's place. And maybe that was one of the key signs here. This person was very cagey around the idea of living together. Even though maybe you've been in a relationship for some time, you've been dating for quite a long time, and they wanted their freedom. They didn't want you to, actually have a permanent place in their life, right? So you realize that, and yeah, you're just taking your weekend bag and you're going home and you're like saying goodbye. We will not talk again, pretty much. So Scorpio, yeah, sorry it's not a more cheery reading, but obviously, if this is the situation you're navigating, and again, as I said, only take this if it is, you're doing what's in your best interest now, which is good, okay? Because you've already gave way too much to the situation to someone who really isn't serious, okay? So now it's important that you take care of your well-being, mind, body, and spirit, and you uplift yourself, do everything that's going to really help you feel that self-love, feel that contentment within, so you attract and you can meet someone in the future that does value you, that does show sincerity. And not just to meet that person, obviously, like, you need to do that for yourself regardless, but I'm just saying, when you do that, you know, you will catch the attention of people that really do see your value. I know there's people around you already that see your value, I can feel that, but you need this time for yourself, okay? So I really hope that helps whoever needed this. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And don't forget to hit the notifications bell. And yeah, you know, just take it one step at a time. But definitely freeing yourself from a situation like this would be preferable, because, yeah, there is a lot of deception here. There's a lot of falsity, a lot of deception. Like I said, a lot of unexpressed feelings, a lot of hidden truths, and no, you don't need that. Like, just anyway, I hope you feel much lighter in the months to come from leaving this situation, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.